Hey there, my friends. Thought I would just hop on here for a little bit before heading into the weekend. Um, that last video I made, I can't remember exactly what the weather was doing right around that time, but I think that was the day had a health issue with my buddy Teddy, and I think it had already been kind of gray, gloomy days for a couple of days, and then we had about three or four after that. So for some reason, over the last 5 years, it's gotten to where like gloomy weather really affects my mood. And not one day. I mean, a good rainy day is a nice break every once in a while. But I'm talking about sometimes here we get these 5 and 6 day stretches where we don't see the sun, and it gets kind of like always looking like it's going to rain. But anyhow, it was kind of like the perfect storm. I was already kind of in a funk. Then Teddy got, I thought he was like deathly ill, which it turned out not to be. He's back to his normal self. And then this weather hit. So I remember, I shot that video on a Monday. The next day, it was a really extremely gloomy day in the afternoon, and I just took to my bed about 2, 3 in the afternoon. I just took to my bed, turned the TV on, and watched Billions all afternoon. That's my latest watch right now. And, I could have just kind of kept spinning and wallowing into it. So the next day, weather was still bad. And I came to about that same time in the afternoon, and I was starting to get tempted. I was about to crawl back in the bed and just, write the rest of the day off again. And I said, let's go back to the gym. And because I say let's go back because I had already been there in the morning to, kind of do what my normal routine, normal workout is. But I said, you know what, let's just go back and move your body. And for some reason it took me that long. I've known this in the past a little bit, but it really, in that day, it locked into me that one thing that helps me, and I don't know if it'll help anybody else a lot, but is when I'm got head issues or when I'm down or whatever, just moving my body. And it's not necessarily about exercise. It's not about like getting out there and killing yourself. It's not about getting out there and doing heavy exertion. Even like for me, it was more about doing something actually the opposite that I could sustain for a period of time. So for me, it's walking. I go to the Y a lot. A lot of my cardio is simply walking on the treadmill, or walking on the track really fast too. And the reason I like to do my cardio on the treadmill is just simply because you can control it a lot more. Number one, I'm not going to run at this age. My knees, are fine, are okay now, but no, I'm not going to start running again at 60. But anyhow, I just like to get on the Stairmaster, get a speed and an incline that will get my heart rate up to a certain amount. So I just basically got in there and I walked and I walked and I walked and I walked. Now that day I might have actually walked the track because sometimes there's just a therapeutic effect to walking the track in my gym, just over and over and over and over. And it helped. It helped a lot. And then I just kind of got on the kick the next day and I started. I generally don't go to the gym first thing in the morning, and I don't, when I'm doing strength training, resistance training, I don't really like to go in first thing in the morning fasted without eating. But I said, okay, let's just get up. I'd like to have some decaf in the morning. I made my decaf. I went to the gym and just started walking every day. And I did it. I walked. Normally, I kind of take the weekends off, especially if it's football season like it is. But last Saturday, walked the neighborhood before and in between games. And like I say, it just kind of like told me, it's just like, to get out of my head, get more into my body. And that has a lot of similarities to my meditation practice and, some of the things I like to listen to, some of the teachers that I listen to. Locke Kelly, I forget some of the names of some of the people, but was reading his stuff recently. And he just kind of was talking about getting out of the head when you can get out of your mind and into your body, more body awareness than just getting lost in the thoughts in your head. And that's something I've just been practicing more in daily life. But the movement, the movement really helps it. The movement is almost like just a quick fix. It's like, if I'm like ready to just kind of call it a day, crawl in the bed, curl up in a ball or whatever, just start moving. And actually, after this video, I went to the gym this morning. I'm going back and I'm just going to walk for a while. Gym's usually quiet on a Friday afternoon with, because football, high school football, everybody in this area goes. So, yeah, but just getting your body moving. And then I kind of expanded on from that. I'm like, you know what? Why don't I actually use that, though, and kind of keep going? Instead of just using it, make it a twofer. Instead of just being for my head, like as I get, like I said, I mainly like to work in zone 2. Go look up Google zone 2 workouts, zone 2 in general. It's basically getting your heart rate up to a certain amount. As you get more and more fit, I'm thinking like, maybe using something that helps my mental to really up my game in the physical as well, and to just, really get even in better, more fit. I don't go to the gym, to get swole. I don't go to the gym. I have no competitiveness in me. I don't care about running a 5K. I don't care about doing something to compete. I do a certain amount of cardio that gets your heart rate going more than that, but it's just mainly like, I'm an old man now, I'm 60. I just want to be healthy for the rest of my life as long as possible. I want to be able to do the kind of things. I want to be able to walk. I want to be able to live on my own until they put me 6 feet under. But yeah, I'm just going to end it there because I'll just start babbling from now on. But yeah, if you ever, look, this is not mental health advice. If you're having mental health problems, go see a professional if and when appropriate. But for me, it's not. I don't think there's anything that can hurt you. And like I say, a lot of times just the physical act of moving your body. And I don't know all the chemical stuff too, but it also creates, certain things within our body. Is it endorphins, or I forget all those particular words, but a little bit of movement of your body will just actually kind of perk up your mood too. So anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. I'll probably be back to doing videos next week. In fact, I was making some chili the other day. And I said, let's get the camera out, and I made one. So I've got one in the bank already. But anyhow, just wanted to check in with you before the weekend. I appreciate all the lovely comments in that last video. I didn't respond to comments in the last video. I've just kind of been off of my YouTube game, but they were very much appreciated. So anyhow, y'all have a beautiful weekend, and I'll see you here next week, probably. Peace.